remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Radiant team pick.
Dusk.
Team Liquid's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Earth Spirit.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Gaskell. Hello, you're right. Let's go. Team Liquid versus Tornado, ladies and gentlemen. Tornado.RoX. This is game 2 here, the 2-game series. Game 1 did indeed go to Team Liquid, and here we have it. We talked about it. We said, would they ban out the Earth Spirit? They say no, we'll ban out the Dark Sea and the Io. So Liquid say, all right, we'll first pick Earth Spirit. And as we said, it was good stuff from JRX in game 1, and I don't expect anything less here in game 2. And if anything, the Tusk pick. You got to be careful with that Tusk, because that snowball could set you up for Earth Spirit to lay down a pretty nice combo onto your team.
Razor.
Radiant team pick.
No, yeah, it wasn't at the start, yeah. That's for sure.
Ten seconds remaining.
Yes, that was the step up.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Invoker.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, I mean, I was seeing it just switched around at the Tornado. They're going to be able to get themselves the Invoker this game, and I mean that is a hero that, when played correctly, it's pretty scary, pretty beastly. But also it is another hero that Earth Spirit he's going to love to silence, and there will be the chance to jump in. And also, like, in the mid lane, Razor versus Invoker. How are we going to kind of see that matchup fare off? Do you think? Yeah. Oh yeah. And Bane is still in the pool, and I reckon one of the teams is going to pick that up for sure, surely. Yeah.
Team Liquid's turn to ban. Radiant team ban.
Well, the Lycan ban. I mean, that was something that we were talking about in game 1. Was very, very nice. And here, getting banned out. I mean, Matumba Man. He's.
5 seconds.
I mean, other heroes that you feel that they could kind of fit into a similar role if Team Liquid are going to go for a similar kind of lineup? I mean, who else do you think they could contemplate for getting for Matumba Man other than the Lycan for the way that they were playing last game? If they do something again this game too that's along the same lines.
I mean, Sven is on the table for sure, right?
Yeah.
He has to be definitely in that list of like the frontline strength tanky heroes. Wraith King's not as good because the Invoker could go Quas Wex. That makes it a little bit tough. I mean, it's not really a ton of heroes. I guess Tiny could also be good if you want to go for like that 5-man push meta.
Tiny could be interesting, yeah.
It also means that you would want to pick a Wisp, but I'm not entirely sure if Liquid want to do that. I mean, they can. It's in their arsenal. But, actually, no, they can't because it's banned. But
no, yeah, Wisp was, first ban.
10 seconds remaining.
I was just thinking, I was like, wait, is Wisp actually banned? And then I had to look, and I was like, yeah, it is.
Team Liquids.
So yeah, any strength frontline hero could pretty much have done the same thing. I would also say that Slark is another hero that I keep going back to, but I think he's really strong right now. Just because of people's want to fight a lot, but Slark never really has to go back to base. He's just that carry who always is at a good amount of HP. He's always ready to go. He has low mana cost spells. He scales great into the late game. And if you don't kill him, like, immediately, you're pretty much not killing him. Because if you don't burst him, he just heals back up, uses ulti, things like that. Very annoying hero. And one of Matumba Man's best heroes, I still think he plays it in pubs a lot. But I don't know if he plays it in competitive anymore.
Man, I mean, well, there we have it. So there's the Bane. As suggested, and god damn it, if only I'd been so sure about Dazzle in game 2 rather than game 1. But Kuroki Dazzle does come out. They'll pick up the Nyx Assassin. I know that is certainly one of your favourites as well, and I imagine, well, that is going to be Mind Control Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, he's very good at this hero. Him and Universe, I think, were the two that I've seen play it the most recently. Both very impressive results. Oh, and Moon. Yeah, Moon played it as well.
I mean, Jug picked up here, and it's obviously one of the stronger carries at the moment, and it's also, of course, very nice against the Nyx Assassin lane, because you do not give a damn about Spike Carapace.
It's very true. But
just move in with the Blade Fury, get the deeps in, and you've got to be careful if you're Nyx against these heroes, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're actually waiting to see what the carry is going to be from Liquid. So if they see a carry that's punishable, you could easily send like Juggernaut Bane up there, you know? I mean, you could do pretty much a number of things with what Tornado.ROX currently have. Whereas Liquid, they have Disable, but what I like to refer to as reliable Disable, they are lacking. So both of their Disables are skill shots, more or less. Like if you miss them, it's bad. And Earth Spirit's Sun is a bit easier to land, I would actually say, than Impale in a lot of cases. So, I like the Nyx overall against what Tornado.ROX have. Nyx destroys Invoker, like, in every sense. It's just so annoying to play that hero into a Nyx. Not only because Invoker now has 4 int gain, which is, I think, one of the highest, maybe like top 3. I think Skywrath and Pugna both have really high int gain as well. But Mana Burn owns you. Spike Carapace owns you. And then if you, for whatever reason, don't have sentries, like, you can just get blown up at the start of a fight by an offlaner. And this is a hero that usually has a lot of farm priority on Invoker, so you don't really want to be just like hard countered by some hero who doesn't need as much items to deal with you.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Oh, I forgot to toggle my freaking in-game audio again.
Oh, Andy, they'll all be shouting at me. Yeah, already. Codecaster and bodybuilding game.
I just saw the first message and I just said, damn it, I forgot to toggle it again.
God damn it, Andrew.
I don't know why it does that. Like, I just unclick and click it and it works. But if I don't, I'm not audible in game. Like, it makes no sense. Thank you, Reborn.
Ay, ay, ay. Well, taking the time here, Liquid. Well, they're going to go Matumba Man, they're going to go Anti-Mage.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah. Synergizes nicely with the mana burn from Nyx Assassin, and as you said, you've already got some high-end pools to play with.
Yeah, this is a very, very good AM game, for sure. Now, is this offlane Tusk, or are we going to see a different hero? That's kind of my wonder right now. I guess it has to be, right? Like, I don't think you want to do support Tusk anymore.
You don't think? I don't know, I think you do. Why wouldn't you necessarily feel...
Well, against Dazzle and Earth Spirit as supports, you have very limited options in the early game. Like, if you go on Earth Spirit, or if you try to go on anyone in his lane, like you mentioned, the Boulder Smash is really good. So you can stop him from doing any like combos per se, and you can also roll away if they go on the Earth Spirit himself. Then you have Dazzle, who's also great defensively. So I feel like the Tusk is going to have a much harder time doing things in the early laning phase, which means you kind of want to put him in the off lane. That way he can just soak EXP, and then during mid game maybe you can find a combo and get like a quick kill on somebody that way. But I don't feel like as a support
10
he's
seconds remaining.
not really that good against these heroes in my opinion. I mean, obviously when you
5
pick a hero
seconds
first, you have to
remaining.
assume it's going to get countered in some way.
Here we go. What we got? Oh, so
Slardar,
it's
okay.
yeah, Slardar offlane. So they're going to stick with the touch support, even though, as you mentioned, there are it could arguably not be necessarily the strongest play here. But yeah, Slardar on the offlane. Something that we saw. It was Spirit, wasn't it? That snuck it through earlier today, and they had. Did they win that game?
Yeah, that was the game
did,
where they
didn't they? Yeah.
backdoored. Yeah, because
Yes,
they had
it
creeps
was,
inside the base
wasn't
and
it?
they
Yeah, they
bought
got
it
the
in.
backdoor win.
They
Yeah.
almost lost.
Yes,
They
it
almost
was
lost.
close. But yeah, so Slardar. I mean, is this the game for a Slardar?
I think it's a hero that had catch that they desperately needed. Because as soon as they saw the AM, they looked at their lineup and they were like, okay, we actually can't kill the AM with our heroes, so we need something else. And Slardar just happened to be there. And I think it's a really good
10
option as an
seconds
offlane that still kind of transitions well into the mid late game. Like sometimes you look
5
for catch and
seconds
you want
remaining.
something like a clockwork, something that just like forces the team fight. But that's not really what you want against Liquid's lineup. You want something that can go in, get a quick pick, has mobility, can translate into late game in some way, and Slardar pretty much fits all of those criteria. So here we are.
Prepare
Let's
for
have a look.
battle.
Let's see how it goes. Go stick on the Slardar, of course, and this is game 2 here of the series between Tornadoes and Liquid, and we did indeed have a pretty action-packed game 1. Liquid were able to kind of close the deal and take the win at the end. And this time again, Jarex, that first pick, quality Earth Spirit. Liquid very much highly prioritizing this hero, and we saw for the reasons why in that first game where he had some very, very clutch plays there with the man. And we'll see if Tornadoes made a mistake here, letting it through again, but a bit of a switch up in their lineup style. And they've certainly got some hard hitters, and the synergy is certainly there with the lineup that Tornadoes do. And in terms of overall draft, it's hard to go because I feel that Tornado's draft is better, but I think the fact that Liquid have got heroes that they're very comfortable in makes it hard to kind of favor one side over the other here, surely, Andy.
I actually feel like Liquid's team is easier to play.
Okay.
That's my biggest concern. When I see a team that has a very easy win condition, I have a tendency to favor their draft. Not to say that ROX can't win with their heroes, but if your win condition is our AM farms, that's really easy. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, obviously you're gonna have to do more than just get the AM farm, but the general consensus is if Matumba Man gets ahead, ROX have a very difficult time dealing with him. They don't have very good deep push. They have one hero with catch. So that means it's going to be a very easy game for the safe laner. And in those types of scenarios, I have a tendency to favor that team. So still, ROX have a very good laning phase. That's something that you can always look to. But we saw Liquid's game 1. Their laning phase wasn't very good. Like, their Earth Spirit was not really that impactful until a little bit later. I think the middle lane was going pretty badly, actually, for Fata, as it might even be going badly again. I mean, this guy just can't seem to get a 1v1. It's just always 1v2.
Yeah, I mean, as well, you talked about the fact that if the AM gets ahead, if Tornadoes do get ahead as well, they'll be able to certainly have the tools to punish the AM. And Invoker here, of course, is he, I guess with the point in Exhort, it is going to be the Exhort build rather than the maxing out Wex this game, even though that surely could work quite nicely against the heroes of Liquid.
I think that Quas Wex Invoker is always good against AMs, if you can get the Orchid early, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I would look to. However, Orchid makes you very squishy against Nyx, which is bad. So I'm kind of torn as to, is it better to go Exort? Because you're also gaining Int as Exort, which is also scary. So the Exort build is squishier than the Quas Wex, unless you go for the Orchid item progression. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to play Invoker in this game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't quite know what he signed up to because it was second pick, wasn't it? Or was it first?
It was first or second. I know it was in the first phase. As we're going to see First Blood actually going the way of ROX here, bottom lane. Spin with an Ice Shard and a Snowball. Gets the kill on the Mind Control.
Yeah, he hadn't actually skilled anything yet, but I don't know, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Of course, the Blade Fury, Spike Carapace doesn't matter, so...
Yeah, Carapace does nothing. Oh, he went for another Rune Steal, didn't get it that time. Did it in the first game, actually.
He's certainly finding his levels a little bit quicker this time. The fact that he's nearly reached level 2 at 2 minutes in. I feel like he was at this point, a couple more minutes after that. And well, they get the mana burn onto Yol, so the clarity is effectively wasted. Only sitting on 65 mana as well, so won't be able to offer too much to the lane. So Mind Control's going to feel a little bit safer coming in here, gathering up the XP. But Jug CS, 9 for 3. Actually, the better CS at the moment on Matumba Man, but we've got to take into account the fact that Jug did kind of come away from the wave and get himself that first blood, which is, of course, going to be very much worth it here for the boy.
Yeah, makes up for the CS difference. Oh, they're going on Mind Control again here. He is dead.
Oh dear. I mean, it was... Yeah, it was a good hero pick, this Jug, against this offline Nyx, that's for sure.
Yeah, they picked the Tusk second, right? Wasn't that their opening? Wasn't it like Invoker Tusk or something
I think
like
it
that?
was, no, it was Tusk first. It was Tusk first.
Invoker, yeah. Yeah,
it was
right.
Tusk first, I remember now, yeah.
So, they picked Juggernaut 4th.
Yes.
Which means that they picked the Juggernaut after they picked the Nyx.
Yeah, they picked it after the Nyx. I think it was a direct kind of, right, this hero does fine in lane against the Nyx Assassin, and it's got a very high chance of getting kills with, and we're seeing exactly that.
Yeah, very nice adaptation of the draft there from ROX. I really like the lane so far. I was very skeptical about the Tusk support because I didn't really see any way that he could do anything, but with a hero like Juggernaut, any support can kill, you know?
It works very nicely.
That's kind of like the strength of the hero, as his laning phase is so unbelievably good. Okay, Fata, middle lane.
Should be fine here. We've got JerAx turning it around, but no, okay, there's a snowball across. He'll try and pop the salve here. Yol looking for the chase down. Hasn't quite got mana here for the shards. He will in a few seconds. Oh, he's just going to go for the Ancient tonight. Yep. I'm off. He's done. He's gone. They'll actually turn towards JerAx here, but so they're going to try just a brain sap and a step back. But at this point, it's certainly looking like it is Tornadoes that have a hold of just the rotations at this point. But it is still worth noting that Matumba Man is top of the CS board. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the only saving grace, really, for the side of Liquid at the moment.
Well, keep in mind that drafts, like the way that these are, like ROX is supposed to be doing this in the early game. Like, you pick Juggernaut, you pick Bane, Invoker is a good laner. Like, all their heroes are actually very good in lane. So if you're not like finding kills or at the very least causing pressure, and you're playing against an AM team, and like a more mid-game oriented lineup, then you got problems. Like you actually need to be doing this, I think, if you're ROX. Not to take anything away from them, like they're playing well, but they need to keep up the pressure. Can't ever be satisfied with like, okay, we got 2 kills, let's back off, you know? Gotta keep going.
Looks to be it's going to be the Exhort build here from Invoker, as we were pondering earlier. I mean, Jug this game, is this a Battle Fury Jug game?
Going Battle Fury would kind of signify that you're okay going into the late game against an AM. It's not that Juggernaut can't deal with AM, it's more that the AM's game style is to avoid the fight until you have items, whereas the Juggernaut wants to fight, because his abilities allow him to do so. Like Spin and Omni are quite potent, so... I'm kind of wondering that myself. I think it would probably be better if he just went for a normal like stat build, you know? Just go for like the Aquila, maybe you buy drums, that's why you just run at people. I think that's a really nice way of playing in this game.
Mid lane, JerAx moving in. He's gonna get it. Poison touch ticking down Yol there.
Even drops a ward. Behind enemy lines, good stuff. Oh, and their mid ward gets eaten at the same time. It's actually not so great for ROX there.
I guess this is the Midas build here for the Invoker this game. Picking up the Gloves of Haste. Do you think he's going to be going for that this time? Yeah, with
Extra Invoker always buys Midas. Like,
yeah, you need those the double Forge Spirits really ASAP.
Yeah, the thing is, you actually get them at the same level that you did before, like level 9.
Yeah.
But you also get Alacrity and Meteor in conjunction with that because of the new way that Invoke works. So before you had to actually spend a point in it, but now you don't. So even though you're still spending a different point elsewhere, you get all the same spells and a lot more actually, which makes the Invoker level timing just that much better. I actually don't know why Ice Frog buffed this hero like 7 times in a row. Like even being an Invoker player, like I like Invoker, right? He's one of my favorite heroes. He buffed him like literally 5 patches in a row. And then made him broken by changing the scaling of Alacrity, and then gave him level 1 Invoke. It's like... I think Ice Frog is actually a wizard.
Well, there's no doubting that the hero's very strong at this point. And, well, JerAx rolling forward. Just popping into the Roche, checking it out. Jug is level 7 now. Hasn't got the mana for the Omni Slash, but at this point, Mind Control's just having to play it very safe in the lane. And it's starting to pay off. He is getting the levels here on this Nyx Assassin. You know, level 5 at the moment. So Vendetta just round the corner. And just doing his best to make sure he doesn't get too close, which you really can't, because we've seen already how easy it is for the combo down here to kill him.
Yeah. It's spooky stuff. On the bright side, I don't really feel like he needs a lot of items this game. He just kind of needs the EXP. And he is going to throw out a mana burn here. Oh god, he has stick charges. Oh god, he's still dead. That's gotta feel so bad.
Oh boy, just as I was praising him for his safe play, he goes and does it again.
This is an incredibly hard lane though.
It's so hard for this man.
He really wants to get 6, just so we can try to do something, right? So he goes up and tries to get some EXP, but unfortunately they were ready and waiting. And I don't think that he saw how many stick charges the Jug had, otherwise going for that was maybe a little bit too aggressive. But he does know now that if he mana burns once, he shouldn't have mana to spin again. Which is some good information, I guess.
On bottom lane, again. Is this really going to happen again, Andy? Oh, nice.
No, he got the mana burn.
Yeah. ROX. Oh no, again, the charges.
The Void Stone regen and the Aquila and the stick, yeah. Jesus.
The
and
crit. Oh.
Alright, that's actually tilting, I think. Like, that's a tilt for sure.
I'll be honest, I have seen in the past, Mind Control can be a little bit susceptible to tilting.
Well, if there's ever a game to tilt, it's going to be this one. He is all of his team's deaths right now. I mean, you got to feel for the guy. The lane is super hard for him. And they are putting a lot of emphasis on keeping him down, too. Like, I'm actually surprised that they have so many heroes down here all the time. And Liquid finally rotate over. Gonna do some dewarding just to make sure there's no lane ward down, but... And he still needs to get level 6, and he's not anywhere near his arcanes either. So it's a rough early game.
It really is. It really, really is for the guys. But it's still Timmerman's anti-mage. He's been totally unfazed by the whole shenanigans going on across the map. He's pretty much, I'd like to say, perfect CS and maybe even above.
Yeah, he actually has over the amount of CS you should have at this point in the game, so he's probably killed jungle creeps too.
This is going to be a very, very fast blink dagger.
Blink AM, dude, why not?
Blink AM, why not?
I've seen it before. You blink dagger in, then you hit mana void, and then you blink out.
You just put points in stats and you buy blink diffusal. Easy.
That works too.
No points in the break, and no points in the thing. You Gucci.
You don't need mana break.
Nah.
That is a crutch. But yeah, his farm is insane actually. So he goes and kills the creep camp between every single wave, when like on the minute mark that it rolls around, and then he just goes back and he pushes out the wave, and then he does it again. Okay, Yul's coming up here, but I don't think they can kill this AM. Not with just these two. They need a Sunstrike maybe, and one more.
Especially now with
HP.
The fact that he's got backup here as well here, Matumba Man. You know, Kuroki's got himself in position. Mind Control's Vendetted up.
Okay, so I guess the important thing to note is, did Yul TP to the tower, or did he smoke and walk down the lane? Because they have a ward there. I didn't actually see. So if they saw him, that's why Mind Control's sitting here just anticipating it, but... They didn't break the smoke, so they're not 100% sure.
Oh, looks like Mind Control breaking now if Yul kind of steps back, but Yul's looking for some action towards mid. Yeah, smoke's going to come off. No, but the ping's coming out here. Matumba Man continuing to try and go for as quick of a Battle Fury as he can, and it is going to be, again I'll say, it's going to be very quick. On top of the treads as well, mind you, and the poor man's shield.
Yeah, well he's gotten all 4 of his team's kills. So we got the first blood, 3 kills on top of that. When you have a game that's good, it's actually really good to go Battle Fury. Sometimes when you have just like a normal laning phase and you don't get any kills, you want to fight around with your team, you know, you go a different build, but in this game he's actually just had such a good time that the Battle Fury timing more than makes up for the fact that maybe another item might be more optimal for fighting. You just buy it because it's efficient to buy this.
Yes, and at this point it's not too much of an issue. The fact that you, as you said earlier, if you're buying a Battle Fury, you're kind of accepting that you're comfortable going late against Dania. You think it's at this point of the game, if you get it this quick, it's just totally worth it every time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
for sure. Like if I had a game where I was playing and I was just like, oh, I have like 5 kills at 11 minutes, and I'm gonna have a
that's not gonna work. Yeah,
almost. But yeah, if you get it this early, it's almost always good. And it also says that the ROX are feeling pretty confident in the early game too. And it's as I said before, it's not that Juggernaut can't kill an AM, it's just that more often than not, you're not gonna be in a situation where the heroes are really gonna be wanting to fight each other until quite a bit later.
I mean, that's got to be a good time for it. 12-minute Battle Fury treads Poor Man's Shield.
Yeah, the
is
guy's
impressive.
he's got some farm.
That is impressive.
I mean,
12 minutes in.
The fact is, he actually beat the Juggernaut to Battle Fury, who got first blood and 3 extra kills.
Yes, yeah.
I
And
mean, granted, he did buy an Aquila, right? And he bought a wand. So that's like 1,000 gold.
Jax moved in there, did get the kill. Oh, is he getting out of this? Oh, no, he's not. Shards just in time from Tusk.
Yeah,
Enabling them to find the return kill. And, I mean, they get the Bane, but I'll be honest, it is another kill that the Jug's involved in. So I think Tornadoes will be happy with that. And he's about to touch on level 11 as well, 13 minutes in. And they're going to get the tower here by the looks of it, with the push from Invoker.
Oh, my control! Oh god, I thought it blocked him. He did have a quelling though, actually.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, this is a hard one to tell who's going to come ahead. I think it seems close. I mean, Tornadoes, they've got the momentum, but it's all about the anti-mage. I feel a lot of weight is on Matumbaman's shoulders this game.
Yeah, for sure. But he's a very good AM player.
Yes, yeah.
And confirm. So I think that it's well within the realm of possibility to put weight on him to win this game. The guy we actually haven't talked a whole lot about is the Slardar.
That's some good tread toggling as well there from him. Top stuff.
Oh come on, this is like AM 101. You can't be excited about that.
Yeah, but it's nice. Look at it. Here we go. Oh.
No, he's holding on to his blink mana. He's just waiting for the creeps to respawn.
Efficiency.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Dire's bottom
But
tower
we
is
haven't
under
talked
attack.
much about Gostic. He's kind of been silent this game. We've been talking about the carries and whatnot.
I think is he dead there? Nah, he's fine.
Nah, he's alright. He's gonna walk it off. But this guy, he has 1,600 gold. He's level 8. He hasn't died at all. He has been having a very solid early game. He's even got 29 CS, which doesn't sound like a lot, but
yeah,
it's a respectable amount.
In comparison, though, the impressive thing is, you look at Mind Control, who's died 4 times, and he's only under a level behind the Slardar. So Mind Control has kept himself in the game, XP-wise, even though he's dying a lot. Compared to, as you said, a Slardar, who on paper has been having a great time up there.
Yeah, well, he does have a level disadvantage on the Nyx as well. As middle lane, we're going to see JRX actually get picked here. Tornado diving behind enemy lines, going for the towers. I like the fact that they're starting to move around, and even the Jug is here, even though he's gone for the Battle Fury build anyway, so he goes for a farming item, which is still very good in terms of like damage output and whatnot and lane push, and then he just says, I'm just gonna go fight anyway, because I have level 2 Omni. Like he is level 11 at 15 minutes as a safe laner. I suppose the AM is actually almost 12, so seems about right overall. But still pressure being applied by Tornado. They're not just gonna let Matumbaman have his way.
No, he's farming both jungles now, Matumbaman.
Yeah.
He is a full-on beast at this point. Just going
This is what you want to do. The thing that a lot of AMs do is they'll farm their own woods. And if you're playing a hero that has blink mobility, and the enemy team doesn't have a blink dagger themselves yet, the best thing you can do is to either farm their woods or always push like the opposite side of the map, like every time. Now Slardar's gonna be TPing down here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's going straight Mansa too. He's not even going for the Bloods.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I guess you kind of need to, against just removing the Amplifier and also to something to deal with the Jug's Omni Slash as well. It's going to be nice for the AM, if he does get caught out.
It also says that he wants to be ready to fight sooner. That's pretty much the biggest thing. Because the way that Tornado are playing right now, they're taking like all the towers.
Oh, they've got a sentry! Oh!
I am the snowball from Togo.
Mind control. I just want to give him a hug, honestly.
Yeah, it's a tough game here for the Nyx Assassin.
The thing that sucks about it is he is like always doing so well, like in every single game that I see him play. And every once in a while you just have like that one game and you're like, freaking Juggernaut Tusk pickers, man. Makes my life super hard.
They want to go back in here, Bolos with Tornadoes, see if they can catch anyone out on the side of Liquid. Liquid, so they have JRX fairly far out. If they can get the lead in, but he's going to roll and boulder away. Okay. Blink in, amplify, Kuroki, where's your grave at? He's not even going to bother. He says, mate, you fucked up. We're leaving you. It's only level 1 grave anyway, so he didn't want to put himself at risk.
Yeah. I think it's actually worth to abandon him in that situation. Now that they have Blink up on the Slardar, it's open field on Liquid heroes. I think they're going to have a really hard time fighting. They need a... how do they actually win a team fight with their heroes right now? I guess that's one thing I never really thought about. Is the laning phase for Tornado obviously went very well. Like the Nyx died a ton, and Nyx is not good at defending towers. Let's just get that out there right now. If you're playing Nyx and the enemy team is 5-manning with sentries, your job is like, you got nothing. You can go like split push lanes with freaking Impale. They're gonna try to go for BZZ.
Yeah, you can see this movement down the mid lane, trying to help join them as well. They get the Blink Crush onto 2, Shard's coming out as well, Snowball forward, but they actually get mistimed here with the Tornado from Invoker, so the stun is avoided. And they're moving forward here. And it's just going to force Liquid back. Oh, no, Liquid kind of lucky not to lose anyone off the back of that. And meanwhile, Matumbaman still farming, getting the tower. And that is... what? That's not how you build a Manta style.
No, this is CTY build, man.
This is... okay. This is
CTY build. He's gonna go,
What did he buy next? I can't remember what CTY get. He got Hyperstone.
I think he went Manta and then he went Assault. Or he went like Manta and then Basher.
Didn't he buy like a Hyperstone and a... oh no, I can't remember. It was something
Oh,
weird.
he bought a Casual Relic.
That was a Casual Relic. That's what he got.
Yeah.
So he's missing the Relic here on this build.
This is what we call the confidence play. I mean, Hyperstone increases your farm rate.
I was going to say, this is the farming build, yeah. This is farm efficiency to the finest. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that.
The one thing, though, is that it does make you a little bit vulnerable. Like, if you, for whatever reason, happen to get ganked or the enemy team starts pushing, this build is not capable of fighting. That's the biggest issue. So what it focuses on the most is just pushing the lane out as hard as you can. Because Hyperstone is actually, for the cost, it's not like amazing efficiency, but it's okay. And you're going to transition into another item that's good against the enemy team anyway, which in this case is AC. Because they have Slardar, right? So you kind of need armor. And Butterfly doesn't give you nearly as much armor as an Assault does. And Butterfly also doesn't help your team. But here come Tornado.
Yeah, they're pushing down this bomb lane. They want to try and force something here. And as you said, I mean, he's not necessarily got the fighting build, so we'll see what the Anti-Mage does in reaction to this, but they have got the rest of the team to hold off. They'll just Blade Fury the Joker away and back off. Meanwhile, Matumbaman is taking a tier 2. And he will have to blink away. And now, actually, probably just look to finish the tier 1, and he should be able to get this. Actually, there's TPs coming in. Jug knows, and yeah, it's going to stop Matumbaman from going for that. He's just going to continue to farm.
Just man up. Just blink into that tower and get Omni'd. It'll be great. It's not even in deny range, so he can go back for it later if he wants to. Alright, what did he buy? He bought something. He is going back for Manta now. But I think a lot of people underestimate the value of just like the casual Hyperstone when you're at this point in your item progression. Because if you think about it, the next 2 items that you make don't really help your split pushing that much. Like Manta is more of the fighting item, and then if you want to go Basher or BKB, both of those items are, again, primarily for fighting. But if you can buy the Hyperstone, that allows you to push a lot faster than any other item in your progression for quite a while. Unless you're going really early Butterfly, which not many AM players do. So this is the most extreme in terms of pushing as fast as you can, farming as fast as you can, avoiding team fights until you have what you need. And for AM, 2,000 gold is not a lot.
Oh no, yeah. He gets that in like 6 seconds.
Yeah. Give or take.
Give or take. And this is going to be a tower, so more gold in the bank from Matumbaman. I was just having a look, he's a good 100 CS above that of the Juggernauts at this point. Net worth wise, he's nearly 2.5k ahead.
Yeah, he's got that farm.
I'll be honest, is this just the point where you look at the AM and you're like, alright guys, we've messed up. He's got far too much, he's got far more than he should have.
I don't think so.
You can still deal with him, you reckon?
Yeah, okay, that's not great. Oh, that mana void.
Matumbaman, please. Right, he's good
okay,
on the he's good on the farming bit of the pentagon, but not on the fighting bit. Come on, Matumbaman, step it up.
Yeah, I think it's fine to not kill there because they forced a reaction. That's the one thing about AM is it's all about how much you can force the enemy team to commit to trying to kill you. And in this game, he's already done quite a bit in that regard, even though he hasn't actually been involved in any kills because they only have 2. He's rocking the 000 tag, but he's making it look pretty good right now. You can say that much. The other thing about this build that I was kind of not sure on is you can't actually sustain your mana if you don't have Vlads and you only have Battle Fury for regen. So that's one thing that's a little bit concerning.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
because
yeah.
Especially if you're using Mana Void too, because it's a huge chunk of mana for him. So I guess he just has to play a little bit more conservative with his blinks, just sit in lane, try to keep pressuring. I wonder if he finishes his assault or if he wants to go for something else.
Oh, Roshan.
This is a... It's not really even a sneak.
Oh, it might even be a fight as well, rolling straight in onto Jarax. Tusk there, showing the Earth Spirit who can roll the better balls. And that's another kill here, and Kuroki, oh dear, caught out. And he is down, out for the count. Sunstrike from Evoker finishing off. They have got a bit of an issue here on top. Now, they may have won the fight, they may have got Roshan, and they may have got the Aegis. But they need to get themselves back here. There is no TP on Slardar, there is no TP on Bane, and Yol is just running to the side to buy a TP, but they will back off nonetheless. But they got a significant amount of damage done to that top tier 3, so Liquid at least finding something off the back of that bad Roshan trade.
It wasn't too bad, honestly. The problem that Tornado are having is getting to the base without one lane being pushed in by the AM. Like, it's basically become just a game of trying to find him now. And since they haven't really prioritized killing in this game, or when they did, they weren't successful, he's at a stage where he is very difficult to kill anyway. And that's with them last picking a hero that was pretty much designed to give them some kind of pick. So now Matumba Man is feeling more and more confident about being able to push the lanes out. I'd say that there is a decent chance, at the very least, that he could pull them back into this game. It all depends on the pushes, though. Right now, the lanes are not pushing far enough, I think, for Liquid's liking. Like, Matumba Man needs to go hard, but he doesn't have enough information. As soon as he sees the hero's mid, he's going to go out. Yeah, there we go. So now he knows that they're going in for the push. They got Book 3 on the Invoker, so this is going to be a really hard push to stop.
Yep, let's see what the good answer is. They'll pop down the weave. And we'll clip a few of them here. They got the stun. Onto this man here. Juggernaut. He will get nightmared. And Blade Fury himself out of this one, so he'll be fine.
That would have been so nice if that Nightmare didn't come in. That silence would have hit him for sure, and then he would have
Oh yeah, he would have been dead. Yeah. It was a
really
very
nice
good nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, back to the tower. There's the kick, there's the stun, the Nightmare again, dodging the Nyx stun. Smart stuff here from the boys. They've been silenced up though. He'll come back in. He really wants to fight. He's got the Aegis, so he knows that he can. And oh, hello, there's your anti-mage. Nearly dying. And he's been Phoenix Gripped as well. They need to stop, and they do. They do manage to get it out. They do manage to save the anti-mage. And now the rest of Liquid moving in, seeing if they can find anything on the cleanup, but they can't. They'll force Tornadoes back.
They haven't gotten the Aegis yet on Jug. That's really bad.
No.
They already committed the glyph. So they can go back in if they want. They can wait for the Necrobook cooldown. It's only 25 seconds. So after this wave, they'll have it. I don't think they want to leave here. I think they want to go for the base. Okay. That Jug has no fear. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm walking in front. They got another healing ward.
Oh, they jump straight in as well. The crush onto Matumba Man. The Omni Slash as well. If they can kill him, no, they can't. Matumba Man will survive. Matumba Man really keeping us on the edge of our seats here. Bata is going to be the one to take the bill. No, the Shallow Grave is there. Kuroki saving the Razor. He'll get back to the Sunstrike. Oh, it was juked. It was juked. He backed off there, anticipating the Sunstrike. Meanwhile, though, Mind Control has died again. But hey, what's new? They're going to lose the Jug here. Aegis will be popped. And he's back, and they do get themselves the melee racks, range racks to fall as well by the looks of it. And Matumba Man going in. Oh, the crush is there, the Matumba Man. He's been caught out. Is there the Grave? The Grave's still on cooldown. No, that's the anti-mage down for 70 seconds. Kuroki to fall as well. Oh, and this is Liquid slowly slipping. Oh, what's Father doing out here? That's, yeah, you shouldn't be there, Sonny Jim. And what is he? No. Okay, Jarax. They are crumbling here, Andy. I think that's the word that was...
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can buy back. I think they kind of have to, right? Don't want to just let your second set of racks fall. Oh god, Mind Control. Not like this.
Oh, man.
Not like this.
Poor lad. He's not had fun in terms of the death department. Matuma Man will jump in, try and fight. Looks to pick up the Slardar, will get the Slardar kill. Maybe they can try and move in for more here. The Tornado coming out, trying to hold them back. The Nightmare will keep Flutter away. Oh, the amount of void onto Invoker. Invoker will get blown up, so they find themselves a second here. Maybe this is the fight that Liquid need. We saw them do a similar kind of thing in game 1. They were slipping, but they then managed to bring it back. Matuma Man continues to chase. There'll be the TP out for the Juggernaut, but it looks like Matuma Man will find the Bane kill as well, and he does. That's going to be the Bane going down to the Inner Shadows charges from the Earth Spirit. So they find themselves the kills, but it did cost Matuma Man a buyback, and as we can see from the fight recap, though, it was worth it, and the golden XP do just favour the side of Liquid off the back of that, but you've got to bear in mind that they did also lose that mid lane of Rax there.
1 Rax isn't the end, though. That's the thing about AM, is even 2 Raxes down, it's not the end for an AM. It just becomes a little bit, you know, more difficult. He is going for a butterfly now, so he's not going to finish the AC just yet. Not gonna
or maybe it might be a
either.
casual Eagle song. We don't know.
No, I think he's doing this because he just wants
He's a casual kind of guy.
He wants more pushing power, man. This is a I'm gonna hit creeps as fast as possible build. I mean, his attack speed is actually pretty insane. If he was gonna do that, though, I'd just buy freaking Moonshard, man. Why not? Just complete the meme. But I still think that this build has its merits in the situation. Like, when you have to be pressuring the lanes that hard, and your entire job revolves around, like, making sure the lanes are pushed in a way that the enemy team can't commit to a 5-man push. Even having a Mantha, we saw what happened in the fights. He still can't do anything. Like, the team fight from Tornado is just too strong.
Yeah, he just dies too quick.
So he just went for a build that it allows him to pressure the lanes that much harder to make Tornado maybe think twice about pushing.
I'll be honest with you, in that last fight, there were 2 moments where he was on 1 HP. He was only kept alive by Dazzle. If they didn't have a Dazzle this game, I think the game would have been over there, because he would have died, he would have brought back, and he would have died that second time. So some really big plays there from Kuroki, just keeping this man alive. And also from Jarex as well. I believe there's the point where the Fiend's Grip was there, and Jarex was able to cancel. Okay, nice in, okay, mind control with the Ravage, with the 4-man stun. Very nicely done, but they'll look to disengage, and they'll just say, mind control, can you just die again? And he'll say, yeah, I'm good at that. And he's dead.
Yeah.
Another death here for the poor boy.
Oh boy. Well, I think it's safe to say that the next pick has not really worked out this game. I also haven't really felt the presence of Earth Spirit, you know? That's why I was saying, I was not really sold on the hero. I think the grip needs to be actually reverted back. I never thought I would really be supporting an Earth Spirit buff, but the hero just seems like really mediocre right now. Like, what can he do? Think about like his skills right now. He has a 200 damage nuke. That's like a 2.2 second stun. Okay, so you have like a Sand King Burrow Strike. Obviously it goes farther, but it's pretty much like the same in terms of damage and stun duration. And then you have a 4-second silence that does 200 damage. And some mobility spell that you have to actually aim. I think he's actually over-nerfed. I'm sure I will get some hate for that, but I really feel like he's super weak right now.
I'm a Timber Man. Look at this. Oh, he wants to be careful here. Don't do it. Oh, he's good. He's good. Right into his little corner. Straight back out. He's fine. Actually, Butterfly done. So he's picked up the Butterfly. He's gone all in on this as well, of course. The buyback's still on cooldown for 3 minutes, so why not? And
yeah,
I mean, as we were saying earlier, there's not going to be an MKB out anytime soon. Jug, he's got 1500 gold, but yeah, there won't be an MKB on Jug in the next few minutes, that's for sure. Unless Liquid just throw away a disastrous team fight. And they're actually looking for that at the moment, smoked up. Yeah, here we have it. Yo.
Show me that.
Do they have detection? Ooh. Yo, they got it. Oh, sentries, dust, everything. Oh no, the snow. Oh, it was a trap. The snowball. What? There's some ball action there. We're gonna watch the anti-mage because he's trying to look to clean up that Omni / killing mind control. Now we're seeing the rest of Liquid moving in. They'll blink forward. They do want to try and fight him. A Timberman. He's already found one. Maybe he can find more. Fowler getting off a good static link here onto the Jug. They'll blink forward. Look for the block here. He has got the weave ticking him down as well. He's out of mana. And this man might be out of luck. This is a big kill if they can get it. And they do. That's going to be the Jug down.
Blackened bone.
3 for 1. They'll take that.
That was the fight.
They'll take that. Yeah.
That was the comeback.
Very good smoke.
How much money did he get from that? So Matimba Man started that fight with basically no money because he had just finished purchasing his Butterfly. Now he's up to like 1800.
He literally had like 20 gold or something. So yeah, he's
and Roshan spawning, and Jarex is going to scout it. This is actually the comeback trailer right now. They're gonna go kill Roshan. And a DD spawns? Are you OS Frog? Come on. That sequence of events could not have been any better.
Valve might not have given them a direct invite, but they're hardwiring the game here to help them out. Easy road share for the DD boys.
Do you know how they had that like match fixing scandal in StarCraft 2, right? Did you hear about that?
Fixing?
Yeah, in StarCraft 2. In the what is the Korean league that they have? I can't remember the name of it. Why am I?
Well, you know what this
GSL.
is? This is a patch fixing scandal.
Yeah, it
from
could
Valve.
be. Could be for sure. That was actually
some
insane.
serious patch fixing.
Alright,
man. Moon shards.
Oh, he did go Moonshard. Nice.
He did. He just did it.
The dream.
He has done it. Moon shards are out on the magical man.
This is all in. Wait, he dropped something, right? Or no, he didn't. He got rid of his CP. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh man.
Radiant structure
I mean, he
Liquid.
does.
It was a what, 14k lead. Can Liquid turn this? Oh,
I'm telling you, man, AM is not out.
that's
Never out.
exciting stuff.
Radiant's
Tell you what, that's some
bottom
good games here so far in the qualies.
Yeah, we have.
Good stuff.
Actually,
And
not
some very
really.
different stuff as well, haven't we?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the first real tournament where a patch is being tested, you know? So people are going to have more diverse picks, they're going to have their own adaptation of what they think is good. So, for a while, it will be random, and then people will start to kind of slide into a meta, they'll decide what's good or figure it out, and then picks will get more refined as the patch gets played out, but it's still fairly new.
Oh, they're smoked up tornadoes. They're looking for something and they're going to find it. Jumping straight onto Kuroki. He graves himself. But the question is actually going to be off point. The Timberman coming into the back of this fight. He's trying to go for this here. There's a Glimmer K pop on the Bane. And in fact, the Omni Slash doing a lot here to Timberman. He has to blink himself away. They've actually lost on the sidelines both the Nyx Assassin and the Dazzle. But Timberman lucky to get himself out there, avoiding the full force of the Omni Slash as the bounces weren't too favourable for Jug. So he gets himself back. There'll be a buyback from Nyx. But the next fight, if it does get forced, will be taken without a Dazzle, as he is dead for 40 seconds without buyback. But it looks like Tornadoes, they don't have any interest for pushing for more at this point.
It's still, I think, a little bit risky. Sounds weird to say, but the AM is at a point where he gets like Basher next, I guess. If he's going this much attack speed, like getting Abyssal is so good. Not only can you get more bashes, but the damage that you deal and the time of Abyssal is insane because you just hit so many times. So I think if he goes for that, and then they just keep fighting, they have a good shot. Like, he kills even the Mega Creep Wave crazy fast with this build. But for now, looks like Tornado.
Oh, nice Tornado. Caught out Matumba, man.
I mean, I think they
it
just
was
kill
nice.
the... Can he go for the tier 2 mid? He still has Aegis.
Radiant's
Timber, man.
middle tower is
Yeah.
under
Let's
attack.
do
But he
it.
needs this team. The Razor's going back to push the creep wave in. I don't think he's feeling super
He's got
confident.
buyback again. He does, yeah, he's got buyback again on Matumba, man. So they're in a very
Yep.
safe position, Liquid, at this point. For sure. Alright, here we go. Liquid going to be the ones to start this one off. Right, I'll take the tier 2. And blink away. Dodging the Chaos Meteor. Back in he goes. Tier 2 will drop.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Liquid, do they want to try and do it? Do they want to try and do it? Or are they going to hold off? They're going to hold off. They're playing it safe here by the looks of it. I mean, are they waiting? Oh, I guess they've still got the Aegis, so there's not really room for anything else for Matumba Man to pick up at this point. But maybe just wanting to make sure he has the money to pick up something once that Aegis has gone. I mean,
Yeah.
what does he kind of go here for the next, for one of his final item slots?
I
Does
think he goes
need
like
a heart?
bots Abyssal. I think that's
Oh,
pretty
bots
much the build.
Abyssal. Okay, just
Yeah.
get more control, yeah.
I mean, I don't really feel like there's much justification for buying BKB. Although, I suppose there's always something to be said for having a 10-second BKB with these items. You know what I mean? Like, you can do so much work in a fight when you have full magic immunity. My only concern for that is, you have to worry about Omni still. You can't just, like, blink in YOLO and expect to be able to live. There's still Amp, there's still Fiend's Grip. Like, there's things that can mess you up really bad outside of the magic immunity anyway, so I think Abyssal would be the best aggressive item, but I think that BKB actually still has some merits here.
Let's see what their plan is. Just playing it, as you said, yeah, maybe just waiting for that Abyssal. I mean, Jarex himself, 1300 away from Aghanims. That might be something else that they'll want to try and look for before going too crazy for the high ground push. I mean, with the anti-mage, I guess Liquid don't feel that there's any rush really to end this one, do they? They feel kind of comfortable in hanging back and just farming up on the heroes?
For the time being, they have the mobility advantage.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem that Tornado have right now. Like, Matumba Man can go from lane to lane, just pushing everything in. They just lost 2 pretty serious team fights. Lost Roshan. Their win condition was to get the next Roshan, go high ground, you know, get the second set of racks, because that actually puts Liquid in the spot where Matumba Man is going to be forced to push out those lanes all the time. And then you can go for the last lane, you know, and try to win. But because that just got, like, put on hold due to the team fights going poorly, now the lanes are getting pushed in. Like, middle is the only one that's past the river, and that lane's already dead anyway. So Tornado are having a hard time finding a real good point to try to pressure. Maybe they're waiting out another smoke. They could be waiting for the next Roche, but that's still... It could be quite a bit away. You know, it's a couple of minutes before we even know if it's going to be a long or a fast respawn. And by that time, a Timberman's going to have his 6th item. And he is going BKB, so...
Oh, Glimmer Cape, Glimmer, 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 goes for the feast grip, but they jump straight in, they're getting a lovely crush there onto the 3 here from Ghosting. They draw down the Chaos Meteor. Matumba Man's dead. He is dead, so is the Nyx Assassin. Matumba Man dead for 100 seconds, he does have buyback. Kuroki, he's being chased down. He's going to get critted away here as well. The 3rd casualty. This could be Liquid beginning to crumble yet again. They've got 2 heroes down, neither with buyback. Arthur's going to TP. Oh, out just as Invoker TP's in a bit of a tag team there between the 2 sides. But yeah, they're almost certainly going to need to buy back on the anti-mage. The thing is, they are going to have to do it without the two kind of supports behind them here, the offlaner and the support Dazzle for 30 odd seconds. So they may just lose a second set of racks. They do have fortification though. But this is looking a bit rocky here for Liquid, and yeah, they're just going to have to accept that this set's gone.
Oh man.
In a last fight here if they go for the next one. Yeah.
There was no grade either from Kuro on the AM. Like, that actually hurt them so bad. Like, obviously the DD was a big factor. The Jug picking it up right before they went in, but that was, like, worst case scenario. Like, Matumba Man got stunned, he got amped, there was no grave, he gets Omni'd, eats all of the bounces, and then just gets wrecked. Like, if he had his BKB for that, I think it would have been a bit different, because he didn't have it on him, right? I think he was on the Courier. Maybe, I'd have to watch the replay, actually. I don't think he had it on him.
Well, the BKB on who, sorry?
On the AM. Like, I don't think for that team fight in the woods that he had it, right? I think
he just brought back and brought it, didn't he?
Ah, yeah. No, he had it. He definitely had it before he died, but I don't think he had it on him.
Okay.
Because I saw him buy the Mithril Hammer and the Ogre Club a second ago.
This is
maybe
okay, yeah.
Maybe he bought back and bought the recipe. I guess that's kind of like the same thing.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Big deal.
All right. And that okay. This is okay. Liquid. Honestly, these are. This is a team that keeps you on the edge of the seat. You don't know when they're behind, you don't know when they're ahead, you don't know when they're going to slip, you don't know when they're crumbling, you don't know when they're climbing.
Tower is under attack.
These games have all been kind of back and forth today, right? Like, you don't actually know until the game is over who's going to win, except for the Na'Vi versus Team Spirit game, the game number 1. That game you knew who won. In the first 10 minutes, you were just like, okay, they lost. Their base is gone. But all the other ones have been pretty hard to call. And we've actually seen 2 comebacks today, right? Or is it just the 1?
Oh, I can't remember. Well, I think we might have seen 2.
Because, we had the almost comeback where the Sven and the
with
Iceberg and Volker TP'd into the base.
Yes.
Yeah. That was almost the comeback.
Yeah.
And then the actual comeback was
the
game
Na'Vi
2 between Na'Vi and Team Spirit.
The 20k swing.
We've actually casted 6 games today. It doesn't really feel like it's been that long.
It doesn't, does it? Maybe it's because we started early, even though for you it's like late because you woke up at 3 AM or something.
I'm exhausted, dude.
Oh well. You're doing fine, Andy. You're doing fine. I'm not noticing that you're tired, so you're doing a good job.
Thanks, man.
That's alright.
You want to hug it out?
Yeah.
Alright,
I
nice.
do.
Off stream though. Or at the very least, stream on the other side when we do it.
Oh, they're gonna jump. Oh, they're smoked up, Liquid.
Let's go, boys. Come on, no
so
fear.
Scary. Oh, let's get the buybacks up. Oh boy. Oh boy.
He's even got JRX's stout shield right now. Mind
Yeah,
control. This
I
is
was
the
gonna
comeback
say
right here.
he's so poor. He's using someone else's stout just for the mentality of
stun?
it. But they're playing
They're
for the
gonna blow
crush.
him up?
Look at the crush on to but the mana voice pick. They've just blown up the jug. The Invoker's gonna get himself out, but he gets blown up as well here by the mana burn. And suddenly, absolutely falling to pieces. Tornadoes, 3 dead. Buyback instantly from Juggernaut. Yol has to TP back to base.
Dire's middle
What an
tower
initiation
is
there
under
from Liquid, and what a mana fight, just blowing up Jug. Jug just disappeared in that fight.
Yeah, dude, the AM with this many items, he does lots of damage. Lots and lots of damage. So he can consume the Moonshard if he wants to go back for Abyssal. That's a play that Matumba Man can make right now. Or he can just consume it for the Aegis, which I think he'll probably do. That way, okay, so the big thing is they kill the Jug of all heroes, which means that he can no longer buy back for the defense, and Liquid could possibly pit like a, I guess it's a 6v5, right? Or a 7v5 if you want to count the cheese too, because this is Roshan number 3. So with that in mind, I actually think that Liquid's 5-man push, if they take one more good fight, they win the game. Like, hands down. They go down mid, they kill the Jug once, it could just be over.
Oh, let's see it happen. Let's see it happen. See them have a go at it. Tornadoes, of course, we have seen that they very much have the power though to take these fights, but they've got to make sure that they're the ones getting the jumps. And at this point, net worth-wise, the swing, it's been up and down. Still on the favor of Tornadoes, but I don't know.
Well, the experience is on Liquid's side. It's
Oh,
just
the
a gold
XP
advantage
is,
for
yeah,
Tornado.
it is just the gold, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
that
don't remember
smoke
actually seeing
could've,
seeing an XP graph and a gold graph be that different quite a while actually. That's normally they're
Well, I
pretty
think a
much
lot of it is
reminiscent of
because-
each other.
I think it's because the map control had been going the way of Tornado.ROX for a while, except for the AM, right? Like, their inability to catch the AM is what gives them the experience advantage, because he's always on his own, you know, farming super fast. So the EXP that he has versus, like, even the Juggernaut, there's a 6-level difference between him and the Jug. That's pretty much the entirety of the experience lead. It's just the fact that Matumba Man is always by himself farming, and Jug is usually with his team. That's
One
why it
thing
looks so weird.
at this point, if you're Liquid, surely you play it super safe. You wait the 2 minutes before going in, so Matumba Man's going to have buyback available, because he's nearly got it. It's 1 minute 45 seconds. There's no reason to fight before that timing, really, is there? I mean, it looks like they think
Well-
otherwise, but surely you just
Radiant
play it
top
safe and wait for the
tower is
buyback.
under attack.
I mean, I guess it's super close. It is very close.
You mean for Tornado.ROX to wait for their buyback?
No, for Matumba
Because
Man
the-
to wait for his buyback.
No, he has Aegis, and the Jug already used buyback. So you definitely
Oh,
go
I
in.
see,
Like
you
that,
want
as
to
soon as
abuse
the
the
Jug
jugs.
died,
Yeah, I guess you don't really...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bigger
the
thing
Jug
here at this
died, so
point,
you
yeah.
definitely go.
Yeah.
Like, this is their time. I thought the Juggernaut had bots when he bought out. That's why I was like, oh, he's just gonna buy back and bot back in, you know? Just keep fighting. But as soon as I realized that he still had phase boots, I was like, that was bad. Real bad. So this opens up this whole opportunity for Liquid. Had he not bought back like that, they would never have this opportunity. Or if they did try to push, it would be a lot harder, you know?
Oh,
here we go.
okay. Oh, no! The anti-mage double kill there, destroying the Tusk and the Invoker. They'll both buy back straight away here. And now we'll go back towards the Seer 3. He'll take the tower. Deafening Blast onto mind control. This time, JRX has got the axe, so he's able to pull him out of there, save him. But they are slowly doing it, Liquid. And now, I mean,
they're
we're
at
getting to the
Urn
strong
Charges.
point. They're actually going to TP back to base here. Well, hang on, what the hell happened? What?
He was amped and he got sunstruck. And he died. Straight line gaming. Alright, poor mind control, dude.
Poor mind control. I mean...
That guy's actually got to be fuming right now. Well, maybe not fuming because he's actually in a good position to win the game, but
Oh yeah,
he
they can
can't
still
feel great. Yeah.
Poor mind control. I tell you what though, he's had some good mana burns. In that fight down in the Radiant Jungle, he was the one that actually killed... It was actually the Aether Lens mana burn that killed the Invoker.
Yep.
So, arguably, that was one of the biggest plays of the game. So, I think he's made up for the fact that he's died 12 times, so good job, good job.
Yeah. He's definitely been doing the team fight stuff that he needs to be doing. And his initiation is what killed the Jug too. Like his Impale that came out from Vendetta, he didn't even go for the Vendetta
Yeah.
hit, he just knew that the Jug could react in time to spin, so he stuns out of Invis instead to ensure the disable, and that gets him killed. So now to say that he's
and he's
played
getting
badly,
his farm now. I mean, he's got the 46-minute Tranquils just picked up, so...
It's
you
just
know.
like one of those comical games where you have such like a a bad game that you kind of just have to laugh it off, you know? You're like, oh god, I've died so many times. I'm still doing what I should be doing, but... Gotta be able to roll with the punches, man.
Let's see them go for this one. Here we go, goodbye creeps. Hello Rax, Liquid, ready to push in. He's got the Lotus Orb on him, Matumba Man. Buyback is available and he does still have the Aegis as well as the BKB. They'll throw out and, oh. Here we have it. What's your plan here? Nightmare up the anti-mage? Where's the follow through? They'll drop down the amplifier, but he ends up amplifying himself there. The Lotus Orb was out in time. Now they're blinking. They'll get the crush out onto anti-mage, but they still sit there. Razor hitting away at the racks. Mid-melee racks now done. They'll get the mid-ranged as well by the looks of it as they look to stand their ground here, the side of Liquid. The Lotus Orb's doing work here on Matumba Man. And now they will catch him out, but the Grave's out in time. The stun from the Earth Spirit, clipping Ghost Stick on the side of this. They would like to... Oh, it just expired! It just expired! Oh, it's the stone! The stone for keeping him alive! Oh, Matumba Man, get yourself out of there! Oh, he can't! Yes, he can! He's out! He's out! Going for the TP! Oh, the bash! The first hit bash for the Manta Stone! Matumba, bloody man! He's got to blink again! Oh god, run! Run! Run for your goddamn life, Matumba Man! He will get out, the fight's kicking off here where Sparta looks to be the one left behind. And he will go down. Oh, but they save anti-mage. My goodness. Oh.
How many heart attacks can you actually have in the span of like 3 seconds?
I think I've lost half of mine. Oh. Oh. Right.
Safe. Got it.
In the base when the grave duration is there, you kill him when it wears off. He BKBs and blinks, but then Jerax like tries to grief him by putting him in the ultimate. Like he puts him in chat.
No, that was good because there was an Omni Slash on him. The Omni Slash was going to kill him. He got Omni Slash.
Oh, he already blinked then. Yeah, okay, so he already blinked.
Yeah, he blinked and then he got Omni Slash, yeah.
And then he gets first
the stone
hit
saved
bashed.
him.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
That was actually
That's
so
some
close.
Scary stuff.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, like, even if he dies there, sure, he has buyback, but you don't want to use your buyback until the enemy team are pushing your base, because that way you can fight with another AM, right? And instead of only having 1 life, you now have 2. So that's a big deal that he didn't die there. That was actually insanely close, though.
Yeah, that was edge of your seat stuff there. Edge of your seat.
I mean, Tornado.ROX still had the Rax advantage, and they are now with a pretty good amount of map control because the bottom and middle lane are pushing in simultaneously. And that pretty much means that if they wanted to, they could stick around for a bit, but they're going to play it a little bit safe. They're not going to go for anything too crazy. And looks like Matumba Man, he is got enough for his Abyssal and buyback. So he is pretty much 6-slotted. He can still go for bots too if he wants, but that's more just like a quality of life thing than a necessary thing.
Alright. Alright.
I have that
yeah, this is one of those series that you talk about and people have to check out afterwards because this is, yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Alright, so
settle down a bit now.
Sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath, you know? Just watch a little Dota 2. And then panic every time anything happens because you don't know who's gonna win. Truthfully though, Tornado.RoX have been playing very well. Like, Liquid, a lot of people were surprised they didn't actually get like directly invited, for good reason. I mean, they had some really good performances lately. But the fact that Liquid are struggling with them just goes to show how well Tornado.RoX have been playing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. The Jug as well. S has had a very good game. 14-2-7. And that is your MKB done now as well. So, something to deal with that butterfly that the AM is sporting. But we've seen already, if they get the jump on Jug, and usually they just get 1 stun through an anti-major there to follow through with the damage. And okay. Matumba Man pops the BKB for that one. He was angry.
That's all buyback.
Mana
Void!
Oh.
Oh. He must have been looking ahead of his hero. Otherwise, you definitely mana void that. Because there's no way the Bane didn't have buyback. He didn't know it, but it would have been a solid kill. Either way, they should secure Roshan with this. It's going to be up in a second. Or a couple of seconds. It's a very tense point in the game right now, because all it takes is like either team messes up once.
Oh, my control! Oh, Roshan was nearly up.
It's okay. I think that Liquid aren't too concerned about going for the Roshan pit directly. They know that since the lanes are pushed, like AM is bottom, so they know that they won't be able to go in from that way. They see Gostic defending the base, so they know it's not going to get sneaked or anything. And if worst comes to worst, they can just like run AM back down there. He can solo it. Heck, even the other heroes on the side of Liquid can kill Roshan by themselves at this point. They don't even really need him. They just want to make sure that the lane equilibrium is going their way. That's actually like one of the safest ways for you to win, is if the other team can't catch your split pusher, you just keep pushing and making sure that the lanes are never in their favor so they can't 5-man you. Because I think that's the only real way that Liquid could lose, is if Tornado.ROX get a 5-man together and take a good fight. But right now they're doing, I think, pretty much exactly what they should be doing. So now they have all the lanes out, at least a little bit, and they're just going to go take Roshan for free. Although, there is a smoke. Tornado.ROX realize we need to,
This could be the fight. This could be the fight.
This will probably end up being the game one way or the other.
Okay, here we go. Lead in here from Ghostic. Who's he going to jump on? Oh, he jumps back.
He went uphill. Okay.
Yeah.
He was maybe assuming they went behind, but...
Fiend
Okay,
strip.
Fiend strip.
Straight up onto Matuma Man. The BKB pop up easy. They're going to start the fire here. The load storms out Matuma Man. He'll put the Manta. Omni Slash coming out onto Fata. Fata's going to get taken down. So the Razor's now got Matuma Man. Drops the Abyssal onto the Invoker, but the Nightmare's there. The Snowball picking them all up, but the Magnetize coming out from JRX. He's getting critted down here by the Juggernaut. Trapped up in the Ice Shards. There's 3 down on the side of Liquid. Mind Control. He's going to be one to fall as well as they come in, close in. Sunstrike is there. He's got the Spike Carapace to buy himself some time, but he still goes down. Matuma Man, he's just had to get himself out. He has had to look for the farm. There's a buyback here on Fata's Razor. They're going to go back in on the Roshan, and they will get it. Let's see what the plan is here from the boys. Pings on the mid lane. They're going to go for some rat action, maybe? And TP's backs are already being done here by the side of Tornadoes, and well, that was a very nice Roshan fight for those guys. Tornadoes are going to be very happy with that.
It was honestly so well executed by ROX, because the AM is in the pit, right? They grip him. They kind of assume there's going to be a counterplay, so they just go in and cancel it with the Nyx. And then they have a sentry down. The Jug throws out Omni Slash. They get a snowball save on the Invoker, so the Abyssal Blade is completely wasted. They can't even get a Mana Void off to deal damage, right? It's just like nothing really happens from it. So your AM's lockdown is done. Your Nyx is already dead.
Yeah.
And I think the Razor actually died very early on too.
Oh, he did. He was.
All in all,
he took pretty much the full brunt of the Omni Slash. There were some good bounces there for Jug.
That was insanely good fight.
Oh, Refresher
Tornado,
AM. The thing of dreams. The thing of nightmares.
Refresher AM, dude.
Refresher AM.
It's actually like the best item to have on the courier. Because you can have it follow you around, you can have double BKB, double Abyssal, double Manta. He has the mana for it too.
Double
so
Blink.
it's like very good. Yeah, but I mean, realistically.
Double boots of travel. Double flutter.
Yes. Double flutter. That's what, 8 seconds to 35% more movement speed?
Yeah.
That's
and it stacks as well.
Does it actually stack?
No.
I've never bought Butterfly Refresher.
Well,
you're
not playing the heroes right. You're not playing the game right there, Andy. If you haven't tried the double flutter.
I mean, I'm not experienced at AM player as you are, obviously.
Yeah.
Someday you'll have to show me your ways.
Right. Oh, this is one of those
here.
games. One of those games here.
The terrifying thing is that either team can still win. It seems like there's a point in which you take a Roshan fight that decisively that you should be able to just win. But it's still so scary for either team to really fully commit, because everyone has so much farm that if you mess up, it's just... If they get to your base, it's bad. It's real bad.
Alright, I don't know what's happening here. Smoke up from Tornadoes. They're going to start to move over to the enemy side of the map, and they're going to do it in some fashion as well. Liquid, they've got to be ready for this. Tornadoes, they're coming around the corner. They're ready to go into the jungle. Who's going to make the jump? Oh, Mind Control! He actually jumps in straight away. There's going to be the BKB off in time from Fada. He'll get off the static link onto ROX, but they get the Omni Slash. The Snowball picking them over. What the hell's going on with these pink, purple Lotus balls everywhere? They have lost the next assassin. The Magnetize is out, and the Magnetize is doing so much. Look at this balance. It's beautiful. JRX will get popped but it's an unstoppable streak here for Matuma Man as he finds the Mana Void. Now he's going to look to chase for more. It's a 2 for 2 at this point. Matuma Man jumps in. He's got, oh, the Invis rune. He's out. So it is a 2 for 2 at the end of that. Neither team
Can I just
taking
point
too
out
much of
how
it.
Lotus Orb just like won them that team fight? So he omnied into the Lotus, which means that Fata and the Juggernaut were both omniing at the same time. Clearly means that Razor's not taking any damage during that time because he's invulnerable. And it just was like the Juggernaut's ulti kind of being negated like that on the Razor means that the 2 cores are still alive at the end of the jump, and as soon as that happens, the fight is, I think, really hard for Tornado.ROX to win at that point. I mean, all in all, it was a 2 for 2, right? Like, it wasn't some crazy exchange. Yeah, but I think that in that scenario where the team with the Aegis doesn't win the fight decisively, that it's always going to be good for the team without it.
Oh, that's a throw. That is the Class A throw. No, he's
not
good.
like this. No, he wants to go in. He's ham. Alright, he's 2 ham.
Don't 1v1 that.
Jesus. Sunstrike the will.
Oh!
Oh, he got him!
You let your guard
Alright. Alright.
Oh.
That
okay.
is...
That's big. That is big.
That's really bad.
That's really
that is
bad.
like...
Oh.
Alright, boys, let's go. Tornado.ROX.
Tornado.ROX. Yeah. Oh. They should be able to force out the buyback from Anti-Mage here, surely.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. They push mega fast. They don't even have to wait for the creep wave top. They can just go in through mid. There's no real reason to wait. If they want to, they can even try to poke throne, but I think that's dangerous because you're putting yourself very far on the enemy base. Because you can still get like TP'd on behind, right? Like the huts you can TP to and get good positioning. So
Yes.
I think they might just like walk through mid to top.
Okay, here we go. Ping's coming out of the top racks. This is going to be it. We've seen Liquid put themselves in these kind of positions and then pull it back. Will they better do it this time? The crush is onto Fata. He gets pulled away here. He's going to be fine. Mind control getting the stun off onto S. The kick as well. The stun onto 3 here from Earth Spirit. They'll keep mind control alive. In the shallow grave, he's been turned into a stone. The buyback from Matuma Man looking for the cleanup. They've found the jug. They've found the starter. Let's watch this anti-mage because he's looking to destroy the side of Tornado.ROX and he has done exactly that. 4 dead. 4 are
What
dead.
is happening?
So they do hold. It did cost them the buyback in the AM, but we knew he was going to have to do that anyway. They do have the buybacks available
Yeah, but
on
now
the 3
they
cores.
have to force buybacks themselves.
Yes. They got a power down.
Like they have to try at least. Because you can't just buy back on your core and then not make the enemy team buy back. It's just crazy to me how these team fights keep going so lopsided in one direction. Like as soon as it seems like one team has control of the game and all they have to do is like have one good fight, they just get massacred in the next team fight. And it doesn't matter who it is, it's like whichever team is ahead just can't win the next fight. Well, they are going down both middle and bottom lane right now. Matuma Man doing his pushing thing.
Yeah.
He should be able to force a buyback here.
Tusk might not need to buy
'Cause
back. It was at 20 seconds. They might be alright in those 2.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is those 2 can't stop the AM. They need a hero who can actually deal with the AM, and that's pretty much only Juggernaut.
Yeah. I mean, I think
that's
this
why I
is
mean,
big, yeah. The fact that 2 haven't got a buyback.
They're gonna hold
It's
it.
just
They're
a
gonna
jug.
wait for the... Yeah, they're
And then
gonna
the
wait
jug
for the
might-
last set of racks.
Radiant's bottom.
Here's the problem. If he buys back right now,
You've got to
they're
force
putting
the
themselves in a
buyback.
position... Yeah, he can't buy back though, that's the thing. If he buys back, and they lose one fight, the game
That's
is
it.
100% over.
That is it.
The best chance of them winning is for him to respawn on his own, have the buyback available. Like 2 lanes of racks don't really even matter at this point, because the heroes are so strong they can kill the creeps no matter what. So they need to make sure that the Juggernaut has 2 lives for this fight. If he buys back now, he's saying, if I get a Bitsold once out of position, I'm dead. But here we go. They want to force the
Yeah,
fight.
straight in. Here we go, the crush onto 2. But then Matuma Man anti-mage is ripped through 2 of them. They found 2 kills. They should buybacks from the Tusk, buyback from the Juggernaut. Now Liquid, what's the plan? Do they just get out? They happy with that? They're not happy with that. They're not happy with that. They're gonna go back in for more.
They gotta
They're
make
gonna
this
go in
count
for
for
more.
something.
Stun from mind control. Oh, and they stun Ghosty because he came in. He was looking in for the action. But now the snowball coming across. The Lotus Orb. Oh, they're jumping around everywhere. The BKB from Fada. He's still alive. Matuma Man is going to get shallow graved up. Will blink away. S. He's going to lose his life. He does still have that buyback though. Didn't have to use it the initial time. The stun onto BZZ as well. The damage coming through as well. Invoker's dead. He'll buy back here. 3 buybacks coming out from the side of Tornadoes. And I think they're happy with that, Liquid. They're happy with that. They're happy with that. They'll leave that be. They made 4 of the 5 members buy back there for that last fight. And they get everyone out back to safety. Huge fight for Liquid. And now they've got, what, this 6-minute window where they can look to end the game confidently when they feel ready to do so.
Yeah, the smoke caught them off guard completely. They were positioned a little bit like too far out. They were sitting by the tier 4s. They're like even pinging where they were standing because they were like from our perspective they were very far out of position, but the smoke they were not expecting at all. Mind control blinks in, lands a nice initiation stun. They know the Jug can't afford to buy back in that position, right? So as soon as they know, okay, he's just waiting, we gotta go. And that way they force the fight. They take out 2 heroes immediately, already get the buybacks. That in of itself would have been fine. They even get the Juggernaut to buy back after he tried so hard not to burn it. Like, that was perfect from Liquid for sure. It really is unfortunate because if they had been standing like just behind their throne and just waited, they probably would have had a much better chance of defending. But it's hard to say things like that because you don't actually know what vision they had. They didn't see the smoke at all. It's a really tough call to make.
They've got an AC now on the Razor. AC on Razor. And everyone apart from Anti-Mage on the side of Liquid with buyback available. Oh.
Yeah, it ain't great. Well, it ain't great for Tornado.ROX, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is such an exposed position to be in now.
Yep. Honestly, if you're Juggernaut right now, you kind of need to get rid of your Manta, right? Like, what does your Manta really do for you at this point? Is there something else that he could buy at this stage that's better than that?
Rapier.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have the money. I mean, like, I guess it's not going to matter anyway, because Liquid are not looking to let this game go on.
Yeah, Liquid are just going to go for the win here. They're going to go for the tier 4s. Tornadoes, they need something big. Liquid could be doing it here. We have only seen... No, was it a 2-0 for Spirit? It was a 2-0 for Spirit. We've seen a 1-1 Na'Vi versus Spirit. 2-0 Spirit
1-1.
versus Mama's Boys.
Yes.
And Liquid are looking for the 2-0 here against Tornadoes. Roshan is back up as well, so here we go. Here we have it, and that's going to be cheese time. Time for Rosh. Time to Rosh.
Alright, this is a really rough spot. I think that it's just too many... See, the thing is, the fights in terms of like overall kills don't really matter. It just matters who dies. Like the Juggernaut or the Invoker dies, it's pretty much game.
Oh, look at this graph as well.
Yeah. There's 4 minutes left before the Juggernaut even has buyback, so Liquid need to be a little bit faster about how they go about this. They are super paranoid though that there's going to be heroes waiting here. And Tornado.ROX are going for a potential pick-off, like hoping somebody comes top the farm, but in reality, knowing Roshan is going to be up soon, should be fairly obvious that they're down here. They're just going for like a Hail Mary play. Because getting a pick would kind of bring them back into the game. At the very least, it delays it long enough to where they don't have to wait, or they don't have to worry about like a buyback cooldown, right? Because 4v5, they won't buy back. For the same reason that Jug wouldn't buy back earlier. And then they just wait it out, but they don't find the pick. Roshan gets killed, and now they're going to be forced back. I just want to point out that Matumba Man has more last hits than the entirety of the Radiant team combined, I think. Right?
Does he?
He actually does. Man, let me tab out and count.
Oh shit! 463 plus 388, that's what? 851. Then you've got 944, 985, and then so 990, 1020. So they've got 1020. He's got 1100 pretty much. So he's 70.
He easily has more.
Yeah, 79 CS ahead of the entire team. Not bad. Not too shabby at all here from the boy. No, we're seeing it kick off. We're seeing it kick off. Matumba Man, he's just jumped in. He's just jumped straight in here. Matumba Man's a bit of a man. He's gone straight in on this one, but it's fine. The BKBs have come out. Matumba Man's finally Beans grip onto Fata. but he doesn't care. He's looking for a Bastion. He's going to get it. Mana Void as well to make sure that the Bane is gone. The Omni Slash coming out, bringing Liquid low. They does get the kill on the Nyx Assassin. Definitely blast here from BZZ. Now they're trying to look to turn. They get the Walrus punch out onto Fata, forcing the Razor back. They'll get the kill on the Razor. The crush now onto Jerix as well. They're laid down the Amplify. Matuma Man coming back in for this one. Manning up, trying to fight. He'll lose the Aegis, but he's lost his whole team. He's only there left alive with Mind Control being the only one back, and well, he jumps in. He jumps in. He gets the kill on Slardar. That's 3 dead. These are 3 heroes that don't have buyback. Matuma Man, he's looking for the objectives. Fortification will come out. And I think they might have just done it here, Liquid. They might have just done it. Matuma Man's bravado. Oh, but he's been
heck?
Can they kill him now?
From Mind Control! Oh! Okay, I think they just won.
I think this could be
Mind
GG.
Control God.
This could be GG. I think Liquid have done it. And in quite some fashion as well. What a game. Mind Control nearly feeding to the tower. Come on. Oh, there's your refresher.
refresher.
Look at that.
Matuma Man.
Oh, that was the stuff of dreams. Very
it doesn't
close
really
refresh.
matter,
Oh, I think it does. It matters to me.
Why didn't he just pick up the cheese?
That's why he refreshed.
Okay,
So we
he
had the
gets the
Abyssal
first
Blade.
hit
He's a
bash.
genius. And he has won the
He
game.
got a first hit bash anyway. Alright, that was actually a really, really good game.
That
It was fun to watch for sure. And I don't think I've ever seen the Nyx die that many times and had that much impact. Like, Mind Control during the team fights played phenomenal. Can't really fault the guy outside of the laning phase, but again, he had a hard lane. So Liquid, they played a really solid comeback Dota. Their AM eventually was a little bit too much for them on the side of Tornado.ROX to handle. This game could have very easily gone either way though. Like, this was a real close one for sure. Probably the closest game of the day.
Oh, there.
The most important thing to know